about making a new post for Truthfal. First of all, you go to the Truthfal WordPress site, which is truthfal.com/admin. That'll take you to a login page. Your username should be your first name followed by your second name or your email address, and then your password. Now, if you've forgotten your password, you can find out from one of the admins of the group that is usually a member of staff. And you log in. So on the Truthfal page, over here you've got your dashboard, and this is your workspace here. If you want to change your username, you go down to Users, All Users, you find your name and get someone to change it for you if you're not an admin. But the main thing we're going to work on today is working on the posts. So two things here. First of all posts. If you want to search for a post that's already been created, you can use this search tool here. Type your word in there. Or if you know where it was, for example, if you know that it was a, let's say, a playful item about sport, then you can use that to filter your requests. To create a new post, you go to the dashboard and you hit Add New. This will take you to the template. This is where you put your headline in this section here. The headline should be about 60 characters long. And over here you see you get a post title count. That should be 60, give or take 2 or 3. That is the ideal headline length for Truthfal. The listing description, this is what appears if you go back to Truthfal itself. This is the bit here with the white writing on black. That is the description of your item. So the name of the author, a little bit about what's it about, maybe about 50 words in that region. That's the listing description. And as you can see, the headline is here, is the bit in yellow. So the listing description, you must fill this in, and this is about 50 words to describe the item. Then the rest of here, this is where you put your text. If you've got an article, a written article, you cut and paste it into here. If you want to add items to the article, such as a video or photographs, you click on Add Media. A photograph, you upload a file here. You select a file from your own photos or wherever you store them, downloads for example. You choose the file you want to use. Let's use the Game of Throw-ins. It's too big. If the file is too big, it won't let you do it. So you will have to reduce the size of the file in Photoshop. So let's see if you can find another one that's a bit smaller. That's 13 kilobytes. That should work. As you see, it's uploaded there, and you insert that into the post like that. If you want to insert a video or audio, rather than go to upload files, you go to Insert from URL. And over here, you insert your file here. So if you want to insert, let's say, the no pasty item from last week, click on the URL. I think you need to do it from the share one, actually. Copy that and insert that into the page. You see it pops there and comes as a video YouTube file. That's the only thing you need to do on this side, unless you want to add a gallery, and I can go into that in more detail later. But that's anything you need to do on this side of the page. This column is important. This is where you tell the page what it needs to do. Here you leave this until the end and leave it as working on. Here, keep everything as standard. Don't tick on video, audio, or gallery. Keep everything as standard. It does strange things to the page if you actually click on the other ones. Decide which category here. So let's say this is going to be scoop file. Tags. This is where you put your SEO tags for SEO search engines. Courses. This is where you click which module you're on. The advanced multimedia methods, for example. Hashtags we can leave blank. Promoted to the home page. If you tick that, it will appear in this box at the top of the page. This is the headlines box. It's useful, I think, to put a tick for most articles up there, unless you think it's not really a headline story. So tick promoted to home page. Promoted to channel, that means the same thing, but within inside each channel. So let's go to Zestfile, for example. That will post at the top of Zestfile. Breaking we can ignore, metadata we can ignore. The next thing is the crucial, and the final thing really is the set featured image. This is where you set this image here, that image there, that image there. This is where you set your featured image. You set the featured image, and it has to be the dimensions of 1250 by 750 at 72 pixels an inch. That's 1250 by 750 at 72 pixels an inch. So if the photograph is not that, which most photos are not, you need to go to Photoshop and resize it and then upload it to here. Okay. Once you've done that, you then upload the photograph and it appears as your featured image. When you've finished, make sure you go back to the top and hit publish. If you've not got publishing rights, which most of the second use will not have, it will just say save item there. Just save the item. And that's how you upload to Truthfal.